I just heard of a mitzvah where if you have an oxen threshing your grain, you will not muzzle him. Meaning, you will let him eat freely of the grain. It brought me back to when I was a general manager at a Pizza Hut in those times. What I never understood was, yeah, they gave us like a meal deal every day. You could pay $1 and you get like a little pizza. I mean, it's very small, and a drink, which is not a bad deal. But my thoughts are like, if you're working at a pizza place or a food place in general, and you're hungry, like there's just something wrong there. I found it with myself. Like if I was working a 10-hour shift, I only get one personal pan for that entire shift. Yeah, I'm allowed to buy pizza at full price, or at probably a bit of a discount. But it just didn't make sense to me. So when I became a general manager, my rule was you can have whatever you want. I don't care. Eat whatever you want while you're on the clock. You're not taking anything home. Whatever you decide to make and eat, you're eating it while you're here. To keep people from ringing up 3 pizzas and taking it home with them. Like that's not what it's about. It's about staying fed while you're at work. And I figured that would be fine. It was free. So the whole meal deal thing went out the window. Policy went out the window. I said, eat whatever you want. I don't care. And the way that I justified it in my mind was, from a corporate standpoint, from a business standpoint, was if this is the privilege that we are going to get, then we are going to have to do something about that missing product on the business side. So it's pretty typical in any business, any food related business, that you're going to have some mess ups. You're going to have to ring some stuff up for free because you messed a product up and you have to make it again for the customer. And, it was typical to have a number of those every single day that you have to ring up for free. So the condition that had to be met for me to justify it from a financial standpoint was that we weren't going to mess up. Every pizza that went out was going to be perfect and the customer was going to freaking love it. So, with those two things in place, it was like magic, the customers went from hating the product and being really disgruntled about coming and eating at our place to being like, man, this place is really turned around. This place has really changed. You guys are awesome. And we got some new long time customers that would come back, and it really it didn't just make up for business, it improved business. It was like win-win. But somebody else might say, and somebody did say when I left, that it was stealing from the company, and it was not a good thing at all. But I think in certain instances, when there is a will, there is a way. You find a way, and it's a good way, and especially when it's God's will. It's God's gonna make a good way for things to go. But I didn't know that was a mitzvah. I just heard of it now. That you should not muzzle an ox when it's threshing your grain. And it's like I knew it all along, though. Good stuff.